By now, you all understand what a virtual event is, and I tell you there are so many benefits to hosting your own virtual event. But virtual events are not like live face-to-face events, and this is where many people fall short in executing their virtual event. I want to give you all a few tips that's going to help you navigate if you're able to produce a great virtual event that is going to be memorable. So let's get started with tip number 1. The first thing I want you to understand is the length of time your virtual event should be. Now, I have been invited to a virtual event that was more than 3 hours long. Who is going to sit in front of their computer for such a long time? My recommendation is that virtual events should last no longer than an hour and a half. Why? Because people do not want to sit that long in front of a computer solely dedicated to your virtual event. Second tip, I want you to integrate breaks. Yes, breaks. Why? Because at a face-to-face event, you have breaks as well. One, it offers your guests an opportunity to network. It offers your guests an opportunity to breathe. Yes, because they are so caught up in whatever it is that you're creating, whatever you're teaching or saying, that they don't have time to just literally take a moment and digest all of that good information. Now, tip number 3. My third tip is that you do not have to have every virtual event as a live event. It is okay to pre-record some of your content. Wow, mind blown, right? Yes, you can have pre-recorded content that you show at a particular time and then come in and have a live Q&A. No one ever said that you have to have everything live. I don't know how many times I've seen someone try to conduct a virtual event and lose Wi-Fi or have audio issues or whatever it is, and it's distracting. It is totally okay for you to have pre-recorded content that's going to look smooth, going to have error-free, audio-free, Wi-Fi-free issues, so that way your audience can stay focused and tune in to what you have to say. Next tip is this. I don't know how many times I've seen speakers who come on and have really good content, but I'm distracted because they have this makeshift background of books and the Appalachian Mountains and all of that kind of stuff behind them, and while it looks great, every time they move, it's like the whole thing is destroying itself behind them, and it's a huge distraction. Not all platforms work well for you to have a background behind you. I love Zoom, but I will tell you, Zoom does not always afford you a great crisp background that's not going to shift and move every time you do. My next tip is this. Oftentimes, when you end your virtual event, you want to be very generous and you want to provide that virtual event to people after the fact. I will tell you that you are losing a stream of income by automatically providing a recap to what your presentation was. Yes, it is great to be able to provide that recap, but it should come at a fee. Not every live event or virtual event has to be free of charge. If someone missed it, great, you missed it. Here's a chance for you to actually watch it, but there's a fee tied to it. Last tip is that you should always have Q&A before your virtual event happens. I hate seeing Q&A and you're trying to grab and force people to ask questions and you're trying to sort through the chat box to figure out who is asking what. Just have them ask those questions ahead of time so that way you can be clear and concise and you don't leave people trying to figure out, why am I still here? Why am I still waiting? Why is this virtual event now 3 hours long? Because I am trying to answer questions. That's all that I have for my tips on how to have the perfect virtual event. My name is Andrew from Andrew Roby Events, and if you need help on creating the best experience virtually, send me a direct message.